Hello, I'm Ryan. If you've been around the channel, you've seen our deep dives into the fall of the Aztec Empire, the Crusaders' sack of Constantinople, misconceptions about Germanic tribes, and even how pirates once struck deals with the Roman Empire. I've always had a thing for history's turning points, especially when it comes to medieval armor and modern firearms. Today, we're heading to 16th century Japan, where a single Portuguese musket sparked a military transformation. Why did Japan adopt it so quickly, while other powerful civilizations hesitated? Let's find out. When the Portuguese ship landed on Tanegashima Island, they weren't planning to rewrite Japanese history. But that's exactly what happened. The island's local lord, Tanegashima Tokitaka, was shown a musket. Not long after, Japanese blacksmiths were replicating it. For a century known for its elite swordsmen and its deep warrior tradition, this wasn't rejection. It was rapid adaptation. And that says something powerful about the mindset of a Sengoku-era Japan. Japan in the 1500s wasn't unified. It was chaos. Dozens of warlords fought for control in the Sengoku Jidai, and each battle was a brutal gamble. So when a gun could take down an armored samurai from across the field, that wasn't just useful, it was a game changer. You didn't need years of training like with a bow or sword. A peasant conscript could become deadly in weeks. Oda Nobunaga saw this early. At Nagashino in 1575, he fielded 3,000 musketeers in rotating volleys. The result? Total destruction of the Takeda cavalry. That wasn't just tactical brilliance. It was a clear sign. The battlefield belonged to firearms now. Now, if you looked at the broader map of world history, it's striking. Other great empires had access to similar weapons, but didn't leap on them like Japan did. China, for instance, had gunpowder weapons long before Europe, but innovation stalled under bureaucracy. India had impressive Mughal artillery, but muskets didn't transform their armies. And in places like Korea, archery, especially mounted, was still preferred. Even in the Islamic world, firearms were sometimes looked down on as unchivalrous. That attitude shows up in parts of medieval Europe too, though eventually Europe went all in. But in Japan, there was no romance about it. If the weapon worked, they used it. One reason Japan succeeded where others hesitated was their metalwork. I've always been fascinated by the contrast between a knight's long sword and a samurai's katana. But Japan's blacksmiths weren't just artists, they were problem solvers. They reversed engineered the musket in months. They improved it, added rain guards, changed the sights, and they built thousands of them, not as trophies, but as tools of war. And culturally, Japan had no religious or philosophical issue with using foreign gear. From kanji to Buddhism, they'd always adopted what worked and made it their own. So while other nations hesitated, either out of pride, conservatism, or cultural barriers, Japan moved fast. Because in an age of war, they understood something simple. The battlefield doesn't care about tradition. Thanks for watching. If you're into military history, weapon evolution, or some moments where history pivots, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm Ryan, and I'll see you next time.